Hey guys, got in a bit of an important update video here. I'm going to run a poll on this video so you guys will have a little bit of a say in the future direction of the tutorial series. So I got 4 main topics I want to cover here. First one is live coding. That's where the poll is going to be. Second one is the game project videos. Third one is a new video I'm going to be doing on the history of 3D accelerators. And the fourth topic is talking about the Wiki. So first things first, live coding. When I say live coding, I'm not talking about like doing a live stream where I'm coding. I'm talking about, the normal tutorial videos where you see me typing out the code line by line as I explain it. Now, people like this format. It's a lot easier to follow along, especially for a beginner who's doing a lot of, monkey see, monkey do, copying exactly what they see on the screen. But the problem with this is it makes the videos longer, and it's a ton of more time that I need for editing and recording, and that means that I can get out less videos per month. Now what I'm thinking is, in the beginning this is a good format to get people engaged and to kind of hold the hand of a beginner, but at this point I don't think it's really necessary anymore. You're still going to have my explanation. I'm still going to go over all of the parts of the code and explain them. You're going to get diagrams for the important concepts, and the code is going to be on the repository for you to review. In fact, you might even get, better explanations without me typing out every line, because I'll be able to focus more on explaining things and less on, my fuck-ups in typing. Also, if I am not going to be, basically typing it out live on camera, I'll spend a little more time adding comments to the code, and that'll make it easier for you guys to review on your own. I'm going to make, more logical and more frequent commits, so break up the development of the code a little more into smaller commits. And, the more I think about it, the more this is the way forward. I mean, eventually, no matter what, we're going to reach that point. If you guys have watched 3D Fundamentals, you know that in that I don't really do any live coding. That's all coded up, and I just review the code, explain it line by line basically, and also explain the main concepts with diagrams. So really the only question here is timing. When do I take off the training wheels and stop, showing you every single line as it's being typed in? And I want your guys' opinion on this. What do you think? Do you still want me to type it out live, line by line in the video as I'm going along, or would you rather, have me code it up off screen section by section and then just explain the main sections, all the important points, and, maybe more detail in the trickier lines of code? So yeah, that's a trade-off. Line by line coding versus, shorter, snappier videos and more videos a month. So there's going to be a poll on this video. It should be appearing right about now. If you don't see it, I don't know, maybe it's because you're on a phone, or maybe you have ad block on and it's interfering or something, I don't know. But you should have an option to click somewhere on the screen and, select your choice. So yeah, I want to know what you guys think. And if you have more details you want to give me, more ideas or feedback, in the comments, on the Discord, on the forum, wherever, hit me up. Now, the second item here is to do with the game tutorial videos. Basically in every arc of tutorials, I like to cap it off with a game, the snake game, the meme sweeper, etc. And up until now, I've done it in line with the videos. But what I want to do going forward is for the next game, I want to do more. I don't just want to, create a simple game and then maybe add a little bit to it down the line. I want to really flesh it out, add a lot of polish to it, add a lot of interesting, fun mechanics and features, but I don't want to dilute the main tutorial series with a whole bunch of videos that don't really teach any new concepts, that are all just about polishing a game. And what I'm thinking of doing is creating a separate playlist for the game project, and then I will refer to that from the main topic videos. So for example, at the end of, video 13, I might say, this is the end of an arc. I'm going to be creating a new game. It'll be in a different playlist. You can click that playlist here. And in the videos in that game playlist, as I am developing it, if I'm using a new concept, I will tell you in that video, this concept was first introduced, over here. Check the wiki page or whatever. So there'll be links between videos in the main series and videos in a game development series. probably via the wiki pages. And again, I think I'm not going to be, typing it out live line by line. It's going to be more of a review of the interesting parts of the code, diagramming and explanations of the more complex concepts that I use, more of a presentation, a project report format of, this is the progress that was made in the game. This is its current state. This is how it is. Because, the longer videos, they tend to start bumming people out. And the more complex the games get, the longer the videos are going to get. Even a relatively simple game like Fartanoid, that was already getting quite long, and it dissuaded a lot of people. So I'm going to try to keep it snappier, but still being able to give you guys examples of how the tools are used, how they're used to put things together, especially on more and more ambitious game projects. So yeah, that's the game project situation there. Next thing I want to talk about is I've got an idea for creating a video, a history video about the history of 3D graphics accelerators on PC, graphics cards. Originally, it was going to form the first half of tutorial 9 in 3D fundamentals, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought, this is actually a video that might have broad appeal. So I can make it a separate video, and that will allow people who aren't really into the 3D fundamentals, who aren't into the tutorial series maybe, to come and just watch that video on its own merits. And it'll also keep down the size of the tutorial video, since I'll be able to pull that off into a separate video. But this is going to require a lot of research. I want to do a good job on this one. It's going to require a lot of editing. I'm aiming for maybe a 10 or 15 minute length video. But it should be pretty interesting. It's not just going to talk about hardware, technology. It's also going to talk about, the different kinds of 3D games at the time, and about the companies and about the relationships with each other, the cutthroat competition between these companies. The bad news is it's probably going to delay 3D fundamentals a little more, because I'm going to have to get this one done first. But trust me, once I get those 3D fundamentals rolling, they're really going to start coming out now, because I've got all of the coding done. But I want to make this history video first. And I think it's going to be a good opportunity to maybe get some new people into the channel. If I can get this video some exposure, I think it'll do well, and it might be able to drag some more people into the community. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is the wiki page. So, you guys probably already know it as a place where you click to download stuff for the videos, maybe to review the homework assignment or whatever, I don't know. But it was originally envisioned to be a lot more than that. I wanted to have like a lot of information, a whole knowledge base about all of the topics that I cover in the videos, all in one place on the wiki. But it's a ton of work, and I haven't been able to get down to it. But recently, an active community member and a big supporter of the channel, Thomas, he's expressed interest in helping to expand the wiki. And I actually always wanted to get like a team together of people who are interested in developing this knowledge base resource. I mean, there's a lot to do. The main idea, what I want to be able to do here, well, let me give you an idea. So you've got the beginner programming series page. It's got topics covered. All of these topics would have links to individual pages for those topics. And for example, if you go into a page for a video, you're going to have, topics on here like, let's say, compile. You click on that, and that will give you a link to a page about the compiler. And in this page, you would also ideally have a list of videos that talk about this concept. And you could click on that, and that would take you to the tutorial page for that. So they would be all linked together. Also, I would like to have, links to external resources. So tutorials, guides, and other websites, or just pages on Wikipedia, pages on CPP-Ref, whatever. I want to have it all linked up so that anyone who watches a video can go to the video page, see all the concepts, links to all the concepts there, check the individual pages for the concepts to get more information. That will also link to outside resources so they can do further study on any concept that they want. Anytime that they forget, like what does const mean, they can just type in const into here, and that would take them to a page, and hopefully the thing would be the page about const. They could click that. Then in that page, they could see what videos const was described in if they wanted to review a video where I talked about it. It'd be real awesome to have this knowledge base all wired up and available for everyone in the Planet Chili community, but it's too much work for me to do alone, and I'm very thankful that Thomas has stepped up and volunteered to help in this. And I'm just wondering if any of you other guys are interested in doing this sort of thing. By all means, let me know on the Discord or on the forum or, you know, anywhere. We'll get together. The wiki right now is closed because I don't want a whole bunch of spam and I don't want people just, you know, making weird edits. But talk to me, get in contact, and I'll look into seeing on making an account for you, and it'll be great. You don't have to. I mean, obviously, it's really great if you have a strong grasp of the concepts of C++. But even if you don't have that, just someone that would be willing to go through, create stub pages, new pages that could be fleshed out by someone else, adding links between pages if they're missing, that would be great as well. And it's also a good opportunity to have your stuff reviewed, because I'm going to obviously be checking over all of the changes and new stuff that's added, verifying, making sure the information is correct, so you can get feedback on anything you write, and you know that might help you to correct some things that you might have had misconceptions about. So yeah, anyone who's interested in joining the Wiki squad, please let me know. It'd be awesome if we could get a nice team put together here. Finally, I just got a short announcement that I've got a good idea of what the next coding challenge will be. I think it'll be coming up within the next 10 days or so. So again, I will give a little bit of advance notice, probably on the forum, on Twitter, on the Discord. So if you want to get a head start, if you want to know exactly when the challenge is going to start and go live, you can keep one ear to any of those grapevines. But yeah, other than that, next intermediate tutorial on text rendering is going to be coming in less than a week, and the game is going to be coming up soon after that, so stay tuned for that. But until then, I'm Chili, and I will see you soon with some more C++.